Hi everybody, this is the Dog for another edition of Weber on Sports Express. You're on FingerLakes1.com. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I know many of you are looking forward to Father's Day this weekend. Let's talk about the New York Yankees. We spent a lot of time on this show talking about the Yankees. Yes, they got some fantastic hitters. They got the long ball in Granderson and Cano and Teixeira and A-Rod. But I think they're in trouble. Why? Well, a real estate agent once told me when you talk about real estate, it's location, 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 stupid. With Major League Baseball teams, it's pitching, pitching, pitching. Okay, we're going to do a Grey's Anatomy feature this morning on Weber on Sports Express. Let's talk about the pitchers that aren't around. You can put A.J. Burnett, who needs to come up large in big performances. He's come up small. He's the most overpaid pitcher in Major League Baseball, making $16 million a year. He had a chance to prove his wares last week against Boston. He flubbed again. He's not doing the job for the Yankees. Let's talk about the Grey's Anatomy list as they bring him in on stretchers. You've got Jabba, gone. Tommy John surgery. You got Roberto, Mr. Colon, adios amigo. He's on the DL. You've got Feliciano, gone. You got Soriano, gone. You got Hughes, gone. You got one pitcher, folks. One pitcher. CC Sabathia. Is that enough to make a wild card for the Yankees? I don't think so. I'm putting a fork in them, saying they're done. Why? Pitching. They have zero pitching. They're in trouble. It'll be a miracle if they make the playoffs. Let's turn my attention now, folks, to the world of NASCAR. I am not one to come on this show and say that I am in favor of people using their fist or slugging and hitting someone. I don't agree with that. However, there are exceptions. Once in a great while, somebody needs to take another person behind the woodshed and teach them a lesson. NASCAR had that happen just recently, and I'm proud of the man that stood up. Talking about Richard Childress of Richard Childress Racing. Kyle Busch, who's a big crybaby. He likes to get in altercations on the track. He does fine, wins a lot of races, but when things go sour for Kyle, he'll bang into you. He'll make ridiculous comments about it, and he's had an ongoing feud with Kevin Harvick for years. Well, guess who Kevin Harvick's owner is? Richard Childress. Guess what Richard Childress did a couple of weeks ago after a truck race? 65 years young, a year younger than the dog. He put Kyle Busch, the young whippersnapper, gave him a headlock, gave him a few punches on the side of the head. Do I condone fighting? No. Do I condone what Richard Childress did? 2 thumbs up. $150,000 fine levied against Childress. He's a multimillionaire. And I'll tell you right now, if I was Richard Childress, that's the best $150 grand that I ever spent. Let's talk about boxing. Myself and Jimmy Seneca had a chance to go to Geneva Boxing Club last week and do a special feature. Hope you had a chance to check it out. Well, those pro boxers are ready to get it going, baby. Let's rumble. This coming weekend, Saturday night in Buffalo, shuffle off to Buffalo at the Burt Flickinger Center. The bouts begin at 7:30. We got the likes of the Hammer taking on Raheem Carter. We got Nick Brinson taking on Michael Walchuk. And we got his brother Tony Brinson taking on Julius Bunda. Starts at 7:30. Tickets start at $30 a pop. Take a nice little drive this weekend. Check on some pro boxing. If you would like a ticket, more information, contact Michelle Hill. Michelle can be reached at 315-719-1749. Well, the NBA, the Dog picked Miami in 6. See ya, Dog, another loser. Dallas wraps it up in Miami, wins the NBA title. Kudos to the Dallas Mavs. Once again, the Dog, once again, incorrect on another prediction. And speaking of Dog being wrong, I picked Vancouver in 5 in the National Hockey League Stanley Cup. Guess what? It's 3-2 Vancouver. I was wrong again. What can I tell you, folks? Jeff Gordon, let's flash back to NASCAR. Jeff Gordon, to all you Jeff Gordon fans, including my buddy Bill Ryan over in Aurora, New York. Big Jeff Gordon fan. He's 40 years young, but he just won the good old Long Pond, PA race this past weekend. Congratulations to all you Jeff Gordon fans. And you know we have time on this show always for the person of the week, or in some cases, the persons of the week. Without further ado, this is a no-brainer. And no, it's not because myself and Jimmy Seneca are graduates of Mynderse Academy. No. You know what it is? It's a guy named Doug Avery. Doug Avery, Mr. Extraordinaire Music Teacher. How many years did Doug Avery work at Mynderse? 35. How many hours did that man work on musicals, on the pageant of bands, on all that he has to spend, the hours, countless hours that he had to do for Mynderse Academy students, making people, young people, sound good. And if they didn't sound good, he made them feel good. He's my man. Doug Avery, the person of the week. And yes, the Mynderse Academy Auditorium that you and me remember no longer will be called that. It will be called the Douglas Avery Performing Arts Center. A truly great reward, thanks to the Mynderse Academy Board of Education and their administration for making that happen. I'll tell you right now, folks, in 35 years, for all the thousands of students that worked under Doug Avery and learned from Doug Avery, the master, if they could dedicate a song to Doug, it would be a Mariah Carey classic, You Are My Hero. Hey, I got one radio show left, folks. Then the dog's done with radio. And then I'll be in Jimmy Senecropi's hair more often here on Finger Lakes 1. We'll be doing more videos. We'll be doing some podcasts and a whole lot more. So check me out on WGVA and WAUB this weekend. On Sunday, Father's Day, my last radio broadcast ever. Check it out, 8 o'clock. Until next time, folks, that's a look at sports my way.